Hello there. Welcome to a movie discussion stream featuring
Yes.
our president nominee, Cheeseburger Freedom Man,
Existence.
and skeletonizationing the cat.
He's gay.
No. Usually I have some dumb shit that I would put on screen, like I'd be doing something, but I don't know what to do right now, so...
We're fucking lazy. Fuck you for watching this in the beginning, or to begin with. Also, fuck you, Universal. Your copyright does not exist, and the nation state of LED does not recognize you.
Oh, no. So yeah, for the meantime, have a wallpaper thing of Bretta holding a doll.
He drew that.
Yes. So let's start. The movie we watched recently, it wasn't the worst thing ever, but it wasn't all that great either.
You gotta say what it is first, because some dumbass didn't look at the thing.
Well, I was about to say it because we watched MFKZ, motherfuckers.
They had to say it.
It was one of the most ghetto animated movies I've seen in a long time, if ever. And
technically it's an anime. I'd like to put that.
By some odd technicality, it's attempting to be anime, but I don't think it really did.
No. It is an anime. It was animated by an anime studio.
Well, it doesn't... Like, the stylisticness of it doesn't particularly fit the usual anime stuff, but I can see the influences in it and all that. Yeah, let's start with the story. It's not all that great.
No. It was fucking everywhere.
It is obtuse as all fuck. Now...
It's going a million miles a second, too.
Yeah. Whoops, I accidentally put on the wrong thing. I'm fucking hiding something real quick, and I knew this was gonna open on the wrong fucking screen. There we go.
Hide your porn stamp. Quick.
Yeah, it's been hidden. So let's go through the story, I guess. The story starts out with that kind of typical woman/father, like fatherly figure or motherly figure running away from someone, carrying the assumed child from a big baddie person.
I'd like to spoil something straight up.
Yeah.
The mother character fucked a dog, and that's how our main character was made, because she fucked a dog.
Yeah, that's some cool bestiality shit right there, if you ask me. Really fucking diverse right there.
Furry.
Yeah. Now, the opening, it did its usual thing. It wants us to ask questions. It wants us to be like, whoa, why is a tentacle hentai dog assisting this woman human? Wow, I am intrigued.
Wow, that guy has a gigantic gun. I wonder how small his cock is.
Yeah, that guy has a CSGO skinned revolver weapon. That is basically a hand cannon.
By the way, nice joke steal for Magix.
No, I made the CSGO joke thing like first, but I didn't say it properly, and then Magic stole it later.
Bitch.
Oh, whatever. And then we get introduced to our one of the main protagonists, Angelo, who's also named Lino throughout the whole movie by his skull friend, Vince.
Yes. He's black, and he's bald, and he looks like a bitch.
Vince is also a bitch. His fire denies all reality, but given that there was a literal Nazi living right next door to them for some comedic reason... And
it was LA, come on.
I fucking guess.
Well, Dark Meat City. It may as well have been LA.
And we get introduced to these characters. It's fine as it is. Angelo is the typical unfortunate loser that has a dead-end job who loses his job in the very near same scene that we're introduced to him as, where he gets ran over by a truck after looking at some skank.
Yeah, some thought named Luna.
Yeah, we'll get on. We'll talk about her later and her involvement in the story.
She's a thought.
Yeah. She also seems to never wear anything else than her standard outfit that we first see her in, except for the very last scene in the movie that we see her in, where she's wearing a coat. And
We'll get to that.
Yeah. So anyways, after Angelo gets ran over and miraculously survives it thanks to his powers activating thanks to that, which...
It's like that movie, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer. If anyone remembers that. Fucking abomination.
I guess. So Angelo, he's big sad now. He goes back to his friend, be like, "Hey fam, I lost my job. We have to find it."
Head hurt.
Yeah, head hurt. And then a plot point of roaches, like a whole legion of roaches just living in Angelo's apartment alone, that come out whenever he puts down a bunch of food on the floor. And
yeah, they're pets.
Yeah, they're basically his pet. Vince isn't too big on that shit, but you know what? It's what it is. So after that, we then get introduced to Wally. What's his fucking name?
Willie. It's Willie. The best character.
Best, Jesus fucking
He is the best character in the game. Or movie.
The movie.
And has the most character progression. Alright.
In some odd capacity, I will agree with you on that part, but he's an annoying motherfucker.
He's the best.
In terms of bullshit.
Greatness.
Oh my god, cheese. Oh god, whatever. Willie's introduced. He has a hot dog. He shows up. It's like, "Hey guys, let's go do some shit." Oh no, my hot dog got stolen by all your fucking roaches.
Reindeer.
The reindeer. And then...
Angelo got ran over by a reindeer.
And then we start getting introduced to oh, I forgot to mention this small detail. The city they live in is all ghetto and all that. It's big gangster hours and all that shit.
I think it's based off of a town in Mexico.
Hey Rambu. We're talking about
Rambu is joining our stream. Hello.
What?
I cannot hear him.
Yeah, there's a stream, Rambu.
Oh, what should we do?
I don't know.
Alright, well, let's continue, dude. Where were we?
We're at the part where Angelo
Maybe
and
they're just vibing in his apartment. Well, from there, just
they go to
they're
get
vibing.
food. Like they go to get food, and before that, Angelo starts seeing shit. His powers are very slowly activating. We're getting some of that foreshadowing and hints of, ooh, what happened to him.
Yeah, it's just tentacle monsters and people, because everyone's a hentai protagonist in this world.
Yeah. So after the whole hinting of his powers and some food and a little bit of simping for the for Luna, we then have 3 men in black, which, by the way, the movie was incredibly obnoxious about their introduction. Like, who are those men in suits? Those black, those...
That was supposed to be the chapter names, bitch.
Are those the chapter names of the comic or whatever? Well, this is the fucking movie, not the comic, so I'm not...
Too bad, I want to be stylistic.
It's stylistic, but it is incredibly
If
annoying.
Quentin Tarantino could do it, why not these fuckers? Answer
Doing a
because
thing.
he's a foot fetishist.
I guess that's a reason.
It's just because you're simping for your fellow foot fetishist.
Jesus Christ. So after that, the 3 men in black, they start chasing after our protagonists. Willie nearly got fucking tabled, but Angelo and Vince help him out. Oh, by the way, Vince has the weakest arm strength I've ever seen any short motherfucker have. He
throws
yeets.
a brick.
He,
Like,
he yeets. He yeeted a brick roughly 5 feet ahead of him, and he nearly got shot by Agent Crocodile.
the only named protagonist.
Yeah, the only
That's
named.
Two other named protagonists.
Yeah, he's the only named
Or
one of the.
antagonists.
Yes, I was gonna say antagonist. So
Pardon me.
he has plot armor, so he doesn't die for a while. After that, they manage to escape, and then later that night, this is where things start to get more fucking stupid. So
Yeah.
So we have a little bit more dialogue, and then a random Mexican guy from the beginning of the film gets shot up because he hears some police chatter, and
He's brown.
that too, and he pulls out his gun, but then he gets immediately fucking clapped for
Because he's brown.
yeah.
Fucking brown.
So after that, they the SWAT, basically the SWAT, yeah, not really the police. They start storming the apartment. The Nazi guy gets shot off screen because he's like, "Hey, keep down the fucking noise." And then
And he's like, gasp.
yeah, it's like anime gasp, and he gets fucking destroyed. So then after
Yes.
that, Angelo, I think it was Angelo, decides to go check the front door and see that the SWAT are there, and they just start shooting the place up. Like,
I'd like to mention, it was him looking through the door that gave them away. Not the loud ass fucking gunshot from a revolver the size of their torso. Like Angelino's torso.
yeah, like somehow those walls are paradoxically the most strong sound muffling canceling shit you'll ever see.
It was a fucking hand cannon that went off not a foot or a yard away from them. It's like, yeah, let me just look out the fucking eyeglass on the door.
Yeah, and by the way, how big is that fucking eye hole supposed to be? Like,
I don't know.
usually when someone looks through them, you can't really tell if they're looking through it. They're like incredibly small, while on your side you can see through it and it gives you a decent view angle.
Yee.
Like, those guys must have some fucking sharp as hell eyesight.
Despite the fact that they later show that they can't see shit with their helmets.
They
Or
also
masks.
they also have some incredibly terrible aim. So this is the part where one of the big fights start. The SWAT people are hilariously incompetent, like shockingly incompetent, actually. These big fuck off guys with their big fuck off assault rifles and guns, shotguns, whatever. They apparently can't aim and shoot at a guy whose powers haven't even activated yet. They can't even hit Vince. They didn't even scratch them.
He's got like a big fucking kill me sign coming from his head.
Yeah, and then so
Oh, I know what they are. They're the quote unquote police from the autonomous zone. See, they can only kill brown people.
Oh my goodness. So once like 3 of the SWAT guys die, that's when one of them finally actually gets in, and he attempts to shoot Angelo, but Angelo picks up the gun and fucking unloads on him. And then a grenade drops.
And they're perfectly fine.
They're perfectly fine.
But the guy that dropped it gets game ended.
He just stops existing.
It's in like at best 20 by 50 room. No, that's way too much. It's like a 10 by 10 room.
No, that's
and they
too
fucking
small.
kill each other.
I'm looking at my room right now. I measured it earlier. My room is roughly 10 by 13 or some shit. Their room looked like it was roughly 15 to 20 maybe a little bigger or smaller. But it certainly was not big enough to where the distance between the grenade would not have done jack shit to Vince and Angelo.
Like, the only explanation is that he dropped the grenade directly in front of him and then just sort of fell over on it.
Yeah. And then another SWAT guy comes in, and Angelo does some fucking quick thinking by using the fire on Vince's head as a flamethrower. Now, as a Florida man, I can very much confirm that that is a very legit strategy, and it does work. The flame range, however, I feel like is a little exaggerated, but it is very much.
That's bullshit.
The flame range and power, it extended far, but the strategy works. I just feel like if you want that kind of thing to work, you need a far more pressurized and sprayable object than a spray can.
Just a dumb ass on his head.
Yeah, Vince's fire is just
inconsistent. You can wear hats, but people won't hire him because they say it'll combust. It'll burn them.
Let's see. So after that, Angelo and Vince run away, and then it's like, all right, we gotta find Willie, and then Willie can't really help, so they just find a random ass house to crash at for a while, and then we get a little bit of a gangster shootout thing, and then it does that title card thing for no reason. One of the people that were watching the movie with us, they compared it to a Minecraft opening.
Which one was that? Ozzy?
No, that was Magic's.
It was Magic's.
It was fucking something else for certain.
Oh God.
So let's see here. So what was I about to say?
Something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so they showed a really fucking dumbass little like police sketch thing they did, where it shows a picture of Vince and Angelo, and
I love it. I love it because it's like so incorrect. It's just fucking great.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta find the picture and download it.
They make him look all scary and maybe that's some social commentary.
I don't know. It fucking it did something for certain.
Look at that. Wait, damn it. I think it was Milo who said it was like a black. Damn it, which DBZ character?
I
Wasn't Piccolo. With an
I don't know.
R.
Well, it's something. So after they learn that they're terrorists or something like that.
Yeah, because they killed police officers.
The FBI /SWAT
shadowy people. Let's just call them shadowy people.
Yeah, so the shadowy people easily locate where Angelo and Vince went because of a random ass hawk or crow.
Oh yeah, because the birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Yeah. So after they get located, they start running off, and then thanks to some unusual incompetency of these guys and their inability to aim a fucking shot, a gang war starts out, and the gangsters basically win because the guys, the shadowy people, were outnumbered.
And they're black.
Yeah, the black people have a +30 to gun accuracy and handling, although they have a -15 damage penalty to men in suits. So after that little shootout, Angelo and Vince, they grab a fucking ice cream truck, and they start fucking hauling ass out of there. They get chased for a while.
That scene was great. Yeah, that whole segment was great.
That whole chase sequence was a fucking hoot and a half.
It was awesome.
So they're chased for a while. for some unknown reason, like, some ice cream is shot onto the windshield of a random vehicle of theirs, and all of a sudden they just lose control and fucking die and cause a fucking car pileup on the highway. Like, they still had visibility. They could still see. Hell, the guy didn't even, like, react violently when the ice cream first hit. They were like, oh, just wipe it off. And then
he's like, oh no, I can't see.
Yeah.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah, it's completely contrived and retarded.
It is, and it made no fucking sense. We had to rewatch that scene just to make sure that something else didn't happen.
Yeah, we had to make sure we somehow didn't miss a crucial detail. No crucial details missed. That was as it played out. So
that was the first death by ice cream I've ever seen.
Same. So after that, we have the best scene in the movie, where this ice cream truck fucking launches into the air, covering half the distance of a bridge.
Oh yeah, they jumped the LA River because they were in LA, or Palm Hills as it was called.
And they don't like violently crash. They
do. No. They roll over and then they just miraculously land on their they roll over onto their wheels.
That's what I'm saying. They don't like the way
they did shit, but they
were fine for the most part. The car took shit, but they were fine, and they ran off. The SWAT people following them,
shady.
The shady people somehow got fucked.
They died, Brandis.
Yeah, they just die. Like somehow
they hit one of the supports for the bridge. And they just splattered like a fucking bug.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. So earlier in that segment, Agent Crocodile and his pal, Agent fucking Crocodile gets launched out of his car. He rolls, but nothing happens to him. So this is some killer bean shit right here, where he rolls, but he immediately stops. No road rash, no additional momentum. He just stops.
Yep.
Oh, and the car nearly crashed onto him. He gets like really close to dying there, but he rolls away in time, and it really annoyed me. Like, that car hung where it was. I was like, why the fuck did you not go left or right? Why did you go ahead of it, you absolute retard? Like, he still survived, but if he did die,
Stop thinking about it.
Whatever. So after that, oh fuck, what happened after that? Like, they Angelo and Vin, they go to, I think, they go to the diner place they went to originally, and
wasn't there like some weird ass like transition? No, that's later. That's later.
Oh fuck! I just remembered the guys who protect the universe and shit. That was
shows.
Yeah, the mod show. They were so inconsequential in terms of us needing to really know about them, which I guess plays into the whole, oh, the universe doesn't know about us saving them, and it's gonna stay like that.
Because the funniest part is they saved the entire world, and they get the least amount of screen time.
Like all Finn and Angelo and the other faggot,
Willie.
All they did was not die. The luchadores fucking saved the world.
Yeah. So that
they didn't even kill Mr. CSGO skin with his small dick and big gun.
No, he got shot up by the fucking ballas and whatever.
Yeah, the black people from earlier.
Yeah.
Just the big guy named Shakespeare. He just got shot in the eye and then they killed him.
Yeah, which also
it's like that one part of
why did, like, I'm trying to wrap my head around why the green and purples teamed up together.
Because of the comic. So in the comic, that big guy, I think his actual name was Popeye or something like that. had a much bigger role in the story. Like, he was the person who united the gangs and like, yo, fuck this shit, let's start a rebellion. And that's why the riots were happening. Because that was his work.
Well, that explains that, but that does not help the movie whatsoever. That fucking...
because they couldn't cover that plot line.
And they didn't. So let's go back. So, Angelo and Vin, they meet up with Luna. Angelo be simping, and she gives him her food. And then big CSGO Lotto guy shows up and be's like, "Hey fam,
Hey guys,
good job, Moon Lady. Lol.
don't think with your penis.
Yeah, and then so what I
Stop
was
donating Twitch thoughts.
so what I thought
If
was
you
gonna happen.
I want to see your penis.
Like, I originally thought that Angelo was gonna go Super Saiyan and start attacking and get back at them, but no,
Wait, he did.
no, he didn't fight back successfully to escape, because that's what I thought was gonna happen. Because
Successfully.
he's the main protagonist, and usually in these kinds of movies, the main protagonist gets that fucking annoying power surge that allows them to escape the big bad for a little longer. But apparently that already cleaned out, so he got captured like a bitch. Same with
He did
Vince.
stab a guy to death with a butter knife.
Yeah, he thrusted a fucking knife into that motherfucker, and
butter
just,
knife.
yeah, like they're blunt as hell, but oh well, he pierced it through anyways. So after that, we get Palpatine knockoff talking to Angelo, being like, "Yo."
His name's like Mr. K.
Oh yeah, his name is Mr. K, but I think Palpatine knockoff is better. So Palpatine knockoff convinces him, Angelo, to turn over to the dark side. So Luke Skywalker does some gay shit to Angelo, and Angelo be like, okay. So he's sent back into the cell.
Wait, I forgot to mention this. Luna grabs his penis. There's no other way to explain it, but she grabs his penis. And it's like she sees all of this shit he's been through because she touches his penis, and she's like, "Whoa, nice cock."
And she also gets big sad, which I'm also wondering how the fuck that makes any sense. Is her ability to see and read people's minds via touching them?
No, haven't you touched a man's penis? You can tell everything about a man's life through his penis.
Oh my god.
You fucking faggot hasn't touched another man's dick. What are you, gay?
God damn it. So after that, So after that, we have Vin's nearly being killed. Like, first they do a fake out death, and then they do another fake out death with Vin's be like, "Yo, dude, you're my friend. Stop killing me." And Angelo be like, "Yeah." Angelo's just like, "Oh, okay, sure, fam."
He stops joking and
Yeah, he just stops. And then some guards, they get absolutely tabled. But and here's the other part that really bugs me. Why is this like ultra strong, embedded in society, hidden society, so bad with hiring people that can actually handle their own kind? Like, what's the actual excuse that they're so incompetent with security? That is effectively the only reason, because Angelo and Vince would not have been able to escape on their own, because the machos, whatever, luchadores, they show up to help assist, and I would have found it very plausible that they broke in after following the retarded ass line of roaches just somehow cosmically attached to Angelo. They break into the Society Mountain Evil Lair Palpatine place, and they beat up some people. They capture Angelo and Vince, and they run the fuck off.
they like help him. Like, hey, you're unconscious. Yeah, sure. You might be a Nazi experiment, but I'll take you along with me.
Yeah.
Oh, also some scientist also goes with them.
Yeah, some scientist guy. Yeah, it just out of nowhere, scientist guy's like, yo, we can escape. And then everyone else should just be like, nah.
No. He calls them sheeple.
Yeah.
Well, he calls them ignorant sheep, but
They're
sheeple.
So after that, apparently it's a 3-day time skip. And yeah. So Angelo wakes up. Vince be like, "Hey, you're alive."
You're asleep.
Yeah. And then they ran off. And I'm wondering why the luchador somehow didn't catch up or find them in time before they finally made enough distance to get away.
I don't think they cared. They're like, yeah, you guys can stay with us, but we got a bigger mission. You can leave if you want.
You know what? That makes enough sense. It's not contrived. It's not retarded. It's just them being like, we'll help, but don't really depend on us or whatever. Don't count on us or whatever. All right. So after that, we get the scene where Angelo and Vin's like, all right, we have to call Willie. He's probably fucking shaking his fucking head, being
Yeah,
like,
they're at the U.S. border.
So they call up Willie, and Willie is being held hostage by Crocodile, and he's like, "Hey, read off this script." And Willie is really bad with that, and he nearly dies. But luckily, Willie ends the call like, yeah. And Willie's like, "Hey, just come here. It's really urgent. I can't tell you over the phone." And Angelo and Vince, they have a small spat, and then it's like, all right, let's go help Willie or whatever. So after that, we now have what happened after that? Because I know it's eventually transitions.
They took a bus over, and then they got like, it's during the riots, and they got stopped by a gang of like, hey, I say, these men are wanted.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, you're the people that were wanted, you fucker. So
And they're gonna like kill him.
yeah. And then Agent Crocodile with his anti-tank rifle rounds from his sniper rifle. He starts firing off like just shots that are creating craters in the concrete and destroying things. And
After 5 shots, he literally destroys the barrel.
yeah, the like somehow he failed. Like that's the part that's now bugging me. I just realized it. If that thing had a blast radius, why didn't you just shoot nearby Angelo? And once again,
That's not a very good idea to rely on that.
Like, dude, have you seen the range on that shit? That's a blast from a rocket launcher in TF2.
It is, but at the same time, can't rely. You gotta shoot the guy. You don't know if that'll kill him. That might just hurt him.
Well, fire at him several times then, because he had 5 shots. Angelo
then the barrel would have destroyed.
Well, we already know that happened, but if Crocodile was not as retarded and disregarded, and I mean, he certainly disregarded the people around Angelo and Vince, so whatever stopped him from taking the shot, other than like, why are you in the way? It's just, once again, plot armor shit and all that. Like, goddamn. So then after that, the gangsters are like, oh shit, that guy, we know where that shit's coming from. We're gonna go fucking fire up on him. So a gunfight starts out. Agent Crocodile actually fucking one-man armies a decent amount of people, and then he gets shot once and then falls down.
He pulls a Red Korean.
Yeah. So, Agent Crocodile gets fucking clapped, but he doesn't die yet. And then, in the far fuck off distance, the rocket that was being developed earlier, which we kind of failed to mention properly, but whatever, The
They
rocket,
were building a rocket
yeah,
to make stuff cool.
yeah.
'Cause
The
the
machos,
the-
they don't like the cold. Apparently, global warming
oh,
is
oh yeah.
it's not really a conspiracy, but an actual plan to warm up the whole Earth so that the fucking machos don't have to deal with cold weather. Because apparently, they're so sensitive to the cold. They
That
just
is snowstorm will kill them.
yeah, like
We
they
forgot
must
to
be
mention, by the way.
what?
Forgot to mention, the machos. One are not the luchadores. They're two different people, and the machos are a different species from human. They're like aliens.
Effectively, yeah.
They're like the Illuminati, Jews, and all those other bad shit, crackball conspiracies rolled into one thing.
Yeah.
They're terraforming Earth with global warming, and then they all died in the rocket because it made stuff cold. In one city, they killed all of them.
Yeah. I mean, it showed other places. But like I am astonished that that rocket managed to cool down the atmosphere that quickly without introducing drastic changes to the environment like badly.
Millions
Because-
of people have died because of fucking drought, or what? Not drought, fucking famine.
Yeah, like that rocket, ignoring the whole thing of why it was sent into the air, that shit would have probably fucked over a decent chunk of the upper hemisphere or lower hemisphere, whatever the fuck they were.
It probably killed a lot of birds.
Yeah, it would have caused a lot of damage, but apparently no, it just made things cold for a while, and then everything's back to normal. So during the whole cold part, CS:GO Lotto guy shows up. He beats the shit out of Angelo, and Angelo is like, "No, I must fight him hand to hand," and then he gets his ass.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's an absolute
Also-
fucking retard.
We forgot to mention one. He was making out with Luna because he gave her enough money on Twitch that she finally was putting out.
Yeah.
And two, he turned out to be a macho. That's why that K guy, Bootleg Palpatine, wanted him.
Yeah, that's why he was captured earlier, because thanks to his powers and all that, they wanted we should explain this now. Angelo is the kid of the bestiality woman and dog man. And we get some small cutscenes of
Because the dog was a macho and his mom was a human, and they're like,
and they
hey, we don't breed with humans because of emotion, and they're gay, and we're cool.
and they were like, nah fam, it's sexy time. So that happens. And
Yeah. She pulled Fear the Wolf.
yeah. So yeah, that clears that up. So, and then this is the part where Shakespeare just utterly collapses. CS:GO Lotto guy alongside with a lot of other people.
Because he took off his bulletproof vest, and they're like, oh, okay. Shoots him in the eye, and then riddles him full of bullets.
Yeah, he took off his fucking bulletproof vest for no real reason other than to be like.
Well, I mean, those vests are very restricting, and he was trying to beat the fuck out of a guy. So, I mean, it restrained his movement.
Oh, okay.
So he takes it off so it can beat his ass a lot better.
Yeah. Alright, so there's that. And after that, that's kind of the end of the movie. The remainder of it is just Angelo just narrating.
Simping.
He's like,
Simping.
I wonder where Luna went. He also, oh no, it was
Back to
Vince.
Twitch.
Vince gets a job. Angelo, he's doing better, and I'm assuming his powers kind of just turn off because there's no more mention of it.
Yeah, because he refused to use his powers because last time he did, he almost killed Vince. He's like, I know I could instantly kill this gigantic threat if I used this, but I won't because I don't want to hurt anyone and I don't want it controlling me.
Yeah.
Vince was constantly telling him, just use it. You go to therapy later.
Yeah,
You're gonna
like-
die if you don't.
Yeah, like Angelo apparently doesn't understand the concept of self-control and determination and all that. I mean, he certainly
Whoa.
was confident in going to hand-to-hand combat. I'll give him that. But he's an absolute retard and not fucking using
I mean,
his power.
He kind of stopped Mr. CS:GO Lotto from shooting his girlfriend. I mean, Twitch thought in the fucking head.
A little bit, yeah, but like, goddamn. And yeah, that's basically the end. That the film was just all over the damn place. It was a fucking fast as hell thing, but it wasn't really the worst thing ever. I will be honest, it was comprehensible in a mild degree, but it was still pretty fucking fast and all over the place.
At least, I will say, at least it wasn't slow and the action was good. And it was pretty well animated.
Yeah, let's get into the choreography, animation, style, all that shit.
I like the style of grungy, fucking dirty, shitty, ghetto, all that shit. I eat that up.
I
Possibly
quite
to do because I grew up in LA.
I quite enjoyed the art style. I feel like there was a little bit of a quality drop here and there, especially when characters are standing far away from the camera. You can very easily see a lack of detail to the point where it is a drastic line difference between each pose of the character. It is not very, like, the line control and the consistency between each frame of movement is all over the place the further away to get away from the camera, and also sometimes when they're closer they might be a little finicky. But
I just love the part where Mr. CS:GO Lotto's like arms throughout the film, they were always like inconsistently drawn.
man.
Like sometimes they're noodly, sometimes he's fucking Bulk Bogan, sometimes it's Dio Brando.
Yeah. Let's see. The whole thing with making the main protagonist a literal black man with powers and his
He's like an
POW.
ball.
Yeah, and his POW a skeleton. I guess that was a neat little detail. It helps separate them and be a little more.
Different.
Yeah, it makes them distinct from everyone else around them. It gives them a bit of extra character. Although at that same token, it's just that.
See, I wonder if that was like a, hey, this is how I envision me and my friends sort of thing. Well, I don't know, something to do with some gay-ass symbology. Or if it's just some very, like, or if it's just differentiating characters. That's also very important, because I have a tendency of mixing up characters, because usually it's just generic human with slightly different feature.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, with Akira, I could barely remember their fucking name.
I think it also doesn't exactly help that that movie was a little bit more random as hell.
Oh yeah,
That movie.
but we're getting a
was-
bit off track.
Yeah, that we can probably cover that movie later. In fact, I don't think we did cover it.
And that's on Skilly's channel, linked to the Autisticast YouTube channel. Now with 9 subscribers and nobody watching the stream.
I don't think I've actually uploaded the Akira discussion we had. I will eventually. I just gotta fucking find it. That's later.
One day.
So yeah, the art style, the animation, it's rather good. It's not the best. It has some dips in quality here and there, but overall, it is pretty nice.
It's good.
I
Like, at the
found
very least, the combat's good.
I found the decision to have constant screen camera shake throughout the whole movie to be kind of distracting and annoying. Like,
Yeah.
like, come on. I get you're trying to go for the handheld camera thing, but holy shit, it's a shot of someone just looking out the window and someone just Like, come on. Get a tripod. Draw the tripod, damn it.
Yeah, they forgot to drop the tripod. You fucking joke thief.
Yeah, Cheese came up with that joke. Shout out to Cheeseburger Freedom Man, our president nominee.
Yes. Vote for me or I'll chop your penis off and pickle it. Send it to Pickle Up. Now stop watching none of you. Stop the stream right there. Just stop it.
No.
Fuck you all.
There's a little bit more that I think we can say.
Oh, okay then.
So, what else? So the sound design, music, all that, I think it's all right.
I like the track with the ice cream truck.
That was something. The whole part where like attention to detail. First off, they have some decent attention to detail of spatial location and just overall.
I was gonna say they're much better at drawing backgrounds than they are characters.
Actually, let's just do overall art stuff. The overall environments are well rendered and all that, but they're mostly 3D rendered because there's a lot of dynamic shots where the camera's shaking all over the place, where someone is running a lot. Yeah. One of the more like well rendered shots was that little comic-esque part where it's doing a little bit of a transition. And,
oh yeah, because it was the comic.
Yeah, that was a neat little part. That's something that I'm fucking trying to figure out how to properly animate. So after like with all that, it like everything except for the writing is pretty good. The writing is, I would say, mediocre to not that great.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
Which, speaking of the music, I found it really funny. Like, it's not bad, but I find it funny. I don't know how to properly describe it. I just find the music funny because you have this mixture of dubstep, hip hop, what's
and the ice cream truck.
And the ice cream truck. Yeah. An ice cream truck, and it's just goddamn. Yeah. Yeah, the whole movie, a bunch of hip hop. It's not all that bad. It's pretty decent. Decent music. And all that.
And the rap number at the end. Oh, that was so fucking good. Let me see if I can find it.
The rap number. Apparently, according to
There we go.
OBS, I dropped 37 frames.
Where are you, Skelly? I'm gonna PM this to you. No.
That.
This one's in Japanese. Wait, no. That's the wrong one. That's just some Japanese rap with that as background.
Oh my fucking lord.
Let me see if I found it. There we go. I actually found the actual one. There we go. Japanese rap isn't half bad. Insert joke about not being able to understand it.
Yeah. oh my god. Yeah. So you got that shit right there.
It was made by Toxic Avenger.
Here, I'll play a little bit of it. Let's see what happens.
Don't do it, please.
All
We
right.
don't want another copyright.
Alright, you know what? Here, I got an idea. I'll speed it up by 2.
No, please, God, no.
Okay. Alright, I'll just close that. So,
It's not in English, by the way.
oh, I didn't even play it and hear any of it. Whatever. So, the very last part that I will say anything about is the characters I like the best.
Willie is the best character. If you say otherwise, we're no longer friends.
Alright, I guess I'll end the stream there then. Thanks for watching.